From Deptford, New Jersey, the CN8 Varsity Sports Zone presents the 2005 Tri-County League Boys Basketball Championship between the Royal Division champion Deptford Spartans and the Classic Division champs Schalick Cougars. Hello and welcome to Deptford High School. Steve Degler along with Bob Lampinen. And Bob, after a long season, all that practice, the non-conference games, you get to the end of February, and it's time to grab some hardware for one of these teams.
No doubt about it. This makes all those wind sprints and double sessions and all those tough training sessions so important. You're playing for a championship. It's an exciting time for high school athletes everywhere in the country, but especially right here today.
Two 20-win-plus teams on the floor today. On paper, they appear to be evenly matched.
I'd say so. Deptford is 20-3. Schalick at 21-3. Both teams love to push it up and down the court. Both teams play good, tough man-to-man defense. They indeed are evenly matched, and we'll see what happens. Should be fun.
A lot of balance scoring-wise for Deptford, led by senior Jeff Green.
Jeff Green does a tremendous job. He's a football player, so he's a big, strong kid, not afraid to throw up the jump shot. 6'2" senior, averages 13 points a game. A complete player, and there you see him step out. He can hit the three. He'll take it inside. And you know what? He's a typical high school athlete. He's a winner, a multi-sport guy, good all-around basketball player.
But the guy everybody is here to see today, including us, is a senior for Schalick by the name of Paul Gauze.
What can you say about Paul Gauze? He can steal it. He can jam it. He can jump shoot it. He does everything. Everybody's All-American. He's closing in on the 3,000-point mark. Just a tremendous basketball player. He pretty much does whatever he wants. A great football player and a great high school basketball player. They don't come much better than this kid, let me tell you that.
Well, Paul Gauze trying to become the second South Jersey player to score over 3,000 points in his career. He is 79 points shy of that mark coming into today, and he wants to win a team title as well. It is Deptford and Schalick. Well, the starting lineups in the tip right after this. Back at Deptford High School, the 2005 Tri-County League Boys Championship game between Schalick and Deptford. Steve Degler along with Bob Lampinen as Deptford comes in at 20-3 on the season. Schalick is 21-3. Deptford, the defending league champions, winning this game a season ago. Sean Collins is the head coach for Schalick in his fourth year. A very impressive 69-31 career mark for the graduate of Monmouth University, where he played for Dave Calloway. And on the other side, in his 13th season for Deptford, is Bill Hoskins, 189-117, his career mark. Starting lineups, we told you about Paul Gauze and his 33 points per game. He is accompanied by Jeff Hoyer, a 1,000-point scorer as well. Speedy Mills, Matt Rosenfeld, and Jamar Johnson rounding out the starting five. Nikos Curry, Jeff Green, Anye Green, Jeff Clement, and Ricky Cruz, the starting five for Deptford. This afternoon, Deptford will be in the home white uniforms, moving from right to left, and Schalick in the traveling black uniforms. The officials for this championship game, Joe McDyer, Bill Ingram, and Carol Van Loof. We are set to go here. Ricky Cruz will jump center for Deptford against Jamar Johnson for Schalick. Quick off the tip and a layup for Deptford's Jeff Green, making it 2-0.
Well, we said it would be fast-paced, but I didn't expect that.
Kind of stole the tip there a little bit and took full advantage of it.
Yep.
2-0, the lead for Deptford. Nearly a turnover by Schalick as Gauze threw it up for grabs.
Well, Steve, obviously it's man-to-man, and they're going to try to shut Gauze down, but he just steps back and nails a 30-footer for three.
Wow. Paul Gauze closing in on 3,000 career points with a deep three-pointer right there. Full court pressure results in a turnover. Speedy Mills with the steal. Turned right back, though. Anye Green with the steal for Deptford. He drives. Shot partially blocked. Follow is good, though. And back in front, the Deptford Spartans.
And looked like Ricky Cruz up on the follow. And we mentioned it's going to be fast-paced, where you can see that both teams want to come out and push the basketball.
Man-to-man defense employed by Deptford, with Nikos Curry trying to stop Gauze, and he hits his second three-pointer in the opening minutes.
Just unbelievable.
Cruz in transition, has it stripped away and stolen by Hoyer. Hoyer back the other way, does not have numbers, but finds a cutting Jamar Johnson for a layup.
Good penetration, nice feed right there. They go on top of the pressure here.
8-4. Schalick in front. Already 3 lead changes. We haven't even played 2 minutes. Schalick sitting in a zone. Cruz misses the hook shot. Battle for the rebound, and Matt Rosenfeld has it for Schalick. Looking to run. A little too long, though, for Hoyer, and a turnover on the Cougars. Last time these two teams met, the title also on the line in 2003. Schalick a 12-point winner. Deptford won the league championship last year with a victory over Wildwood. Full court pressure by Schalick. Finally comes in to Jeff Green. Green looking to push, has it stolen. The defense so far for Schalick, very good. Gauze to Mills for a layup. Yeah, he can pass the ball as well, too.
Well, what else can you do? You have to come off on Gauze and respect the jump shot. You step to him and he dishes off inside to a wide open Mills.
Well, we've seen what Paul Gauze has done already here in the first 2 minutes and 8 seconds on the basketball court. He is maybe better as a football player, wrapping up a great career.
Unbelievable. First team All-South Jersey in Group 1 All-State. Second team as a junior. On defense, he breaks the long touchdown runs. He's just a phenomenal football player also. And you can see here, he can step up and make the interceptions. Just great speed, great power, great anticipation. Averaged 12 yards a carry. Just a tremendous player. 236 points on the football field with 39 touchdowns. How about that?
Turnover number 4 for Deptford, as again the press yields a mistake. He had 12 interceptions this year, 2 returned for touchdowns. They only threw to him 21 times. He picked 12 of them off. 34 touchdowns on offense, nearly 1,900 yards rushing. And now closing in on 3,000 points on the hardwood as well. And here is a turnover as Gauze went one way, the pass by Johnson the other. That is the 3rd turnover on Schalick. 5:46 to play first quarter. Schalick leads at 10-4.
Well, about all you can do against Gauze is man-to-man overplay him, try and deny him the ball. How's the alley-oop?
Cruz getting behind the defense and a great pass by Anye Green. 10-6, Schalick in front. What a set by Deptford. Mills pops off a screen, 16-footer straight on off the mark, and another rebound for Cruz. Gauze nearly with the turnover on the outlet pass. Let's go back to the lob. We'll get to it in a moment as they get the ball into play quickly. It has been a fast pace first quarter.
Fast pace to say the least.
3-pointer on the rim, no good. There's Cruz again, working hard. Can't get the follow. Gauze comes down for the block on Clement, and a whistle and a foul on Deptford. Here's the lob again.
Well, this is the alley-oop. It's a little backdoor move. Everybody's ball watching. You sneak in behind the defense. Beautiful pass, and up high for the jam was Cruz.
Nikos Curry getting the first personal foul of the game. Here's Gauze. A little too strong with this one.
Well, obviously he has the green light to let it fly whenever he feels it.
I think he was too close there, Bob.
Yeah, right. Only 25 feet away.
Hoyer putting it on the floor. Dumps it down low for Johnson. Tough angle, and Clement has the rebound.
Nice baseline defense that time by Clement.
4:40 to play first quarter. Deptford with the ball, down by 4.
1-3-1 zone.
Good ball movement. 3-pointer by Jeff Green is off the mark. A weak side rebound for Jeff Hoyer. Gauze in traffic has this one swatted away by Cruz.
Great timing by Cruz. He waited. Gauze went up with the left hand. He smacked it away.
Another turnover, though, on Deptford. Number 5 in the corner. In the quarter, I should say. Cruz closing in on 100 blocks for the season.
Well, you just saw Anye Green for Deptford kind of say, calm down, slow it down, and that's exactly what has to happen. Deptford likes to run the basketball, but they can't really get into a total foot race here. They need to take advantage of their half-court sets.
Lance Moore, who has seen some time as a starter this year for Deptford, has checked into the lineup wearing number 23 in the white uniforms. He's checking Gauze, trying to get a fresh body on him. Gauze baseline runner, and he draws the foul on Lance Moore. That is his first and the second on the team. Gauze will go to the line for 2. On the season, 79% from the stripe.
Well, Steve, that's one thing that Bill Hoskins will try to do with Gauze is continually change up on Gauze, a different defender. They'll keep switching off, and that time Gauze got hammered on the arm. But that's about all you can do. You've got to overplay him, change up, and then help anytime he gets near the basket.
Calvin Corsi will check in for Deptford. Corsi, a 6'1 senior. Coming into today, 29-21, the career total. Now 29-30. 29-29 make it as he has 8 points here in the first quarter. Cruz again running the floor. They beat the pressure, and he gets a layup. 6 points in the quarter for Cruz.
That's what Deptford likes to do, beat you down the court.
Cruz coming in, averaging a double-double, 13 points, 11 rebounds, having a big start today. More with the rebound of the missed three-pointer. Another lob for Cruz. Uses the glass this time.
Great feed in Ricky Cruz. Great body control. That was not easy.
Getting 13 points a game. He has 8 here in the opening quarter. 12-10 Schalick, 3:15 left. Mills will step back and fire a three that misses everything. Corsi with the rebound.
Tremendous pace in this one. This is a fun type game to play in.
Deptford back in front as Lance Moore hits the three-pointer. 13-12, the Spartans in front. Gauze driving, no good. Got a hand on the rebound. Out of bounds, last touch by Gauze. It goes over to Deptford.
Well, another alley-oop paid big dividends. This time Cruz makes a great catch. Good solid feed here, but watch the body control. Catches and puts it up basically all in one motion. Well done that time by Deptford.
Here's Cruz again for a two-hand finish. 10 points for Cruz. 9-0 run for Deptford, a 3-point lead for the Spartans. Cruz really getting up and down the floor. A couple of changes for Schalick with the ball. Number 5, Andrew Badger, he is checked in, along with number 25, Jeremy Simpkins. Looking down low for Gauze, knocked out of bounds. It still belongs to Schalick.
They did a good job on Gauze that time. He was running the baseline. Fast break and the big finish right there. As Ricky Cruz is off to a fast start with 10 points.
Number 34, Kevin Mitchell, has checked in for Schalick. Here's Gauze creating again, and he'll go to the line for 2 more with 2:16 left in the quarter. Lance Moore picks up the personal, his second, team third. Sean Collins finished his playing career at Monmouth in 2000.
Looks like he should be in uniform in high school still, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Gotta figure out how he does that. Maybe he'll share a secret.
I don't know.
Moore will check out. Nikos Curry returns for Deptford. Another one for Goss. The quarter now, 10 points. He has matched Cruz. 15-14. Deptford in front.
Well, Goss has been on fire. He scored over 40 in 3 of his last 5 games.
On his way to doing it again today.
On track for that is right.
Open for 3 is Jeff Green as they beat the pressure again. Ball not touching the floor. They get 3 more out of it. Simpkins rejected down low by Green with 1:59 left in the quarter. 18-14, Deptford in front. Hoyer, a 1,000-point scorer in his own right, gets it into Gauze. Gauze with a runner left of the foul line. He has a dozen here in the opening period. Cruz with Gauze coming from behind, dishes it to Green, misses the layup. Here's Cruz again working hard. Can't finish this time. Now Gauze the other way. 2-on-2 with Hoyer. Pulls up from 15. Too strong with this one. Mitchell, though, follows it up, but is called for a travel.
Kevin Mitchell crashing the offensive boards, came up with it just as he made the catch, kind of bobbled it and committed the turnover. Full court pressure all over the place now.
Cruz looking into the middle. Simpkins steals it. Hoyer around Cruz for the jumper, and we're tied at 18.
Good fundamentals there. You saw the big ball fake by Hoyer, then the duck under and the jumper.
1:20 left and a high-scoring first quarter. Green off the mark with that 3. Cruz got a hand on the rebound, but it's controlled by Andrew Badger, and Schalick looks to go back in front.
So much for half-court sets.
Gauze, another deep one off the front of the rim. He's one of those guys, when he gets off the bus, he's already in range. The Greens breaking the pressure. Cruz, great position, and a layup off a nice feed from Jeff Green.
And you're right, how about the feed from Green? We said he's a good all-around athlete. Perfect bounce pass inside.
Cruz against Gauze here in the first quarter. Gauze trying to answer. Offensive foul called on the Schalick star. For Paul Gauze, that is his first, and it's the first on the team.
Well, Gauze out of control coming down the lane. I'm not sure if he's talking to the referee or not. Coming right at us. This is an easy one for the official. Good position there, and bang, down he goes, taking the charge was Corsi.
Cruz again, running the floor with Green to break the pressure. Can't finish this time, but he'll go to the line as Andrew Badger picks up his first personal, number 2 on the team. What a first quarter for Ricky Cruz, the 6'6" junior, averaging 13 points and 11 rebounds. If he makes one of these, he reaches his scoring average already. But Cruz on the season, 67% from the line.
Pretty good shooter for a big man from the line.
Misses both, though, and Badger has the rebound. Half minute to play, and Gauze looking up. Double dribbled the basketball. Apparently the man he was looking to was not looking back for the ball.
One of those unforced errors, a little lack of concentration for a second.
32 seconds left in the quarter, and Deptford gets it back with a 2-point lead. It's going to be tough to hold for one with this pace, and Badger sneaks up and gets the steal. Corsi trying to measure him. Corsi got a piece of the shot. Gauze follows, and he is called for offensive interference. Take the basket away from Gauze and Schalick High School.
Well, Gauze thought it was off the rim.
I thought it was goaltending on the first shot.
Good call. I thought it was a good call.
Here it is.
Take a look. There's the miss. Where's the ball? Not quite off there, just a little bit still on there.
Here is Badger to the floor again, and he is called for a travel with 7 seconds left in the quarter.
Ooh, that's a tough call right there.
Great effort.
Generally, you'll see an official let that go if it's just your momentum that carries you on a little bit of a slide. Not today.
Sean Collins was not happy with the call at all. His team's still down by 2 late in the first quarter.
Especially when you go to the ground and give your body up.
Green, just before the buzzer, hits his second 3 of the quarter. He has 8. And after falling behind early, Deptford rallies to take a 5-point lead after one. 23-18 Spartans, back with the second quarter right after this. Steve Degler, Bob Lampinen back in Deptford, New Jersey. 1 quarter completes in the Tri-County League Boys Championship game. Deptford with a late run in that first quarter, leading it 23-18. Schalick had a 12-6 lead at one point, outscored 17-6 the rest of the way. Deptford shooting 59% from the field. And Schalick, which was forcing turnovers early, ends up with 7 in the quarter.
Yep, well, both teams a little bit sloppy with the basketball. Part of that is due to the pace and the solid defense, without a doubt. Deptford did a good job in terms of controlling the ball inside. They did a better job on the backboards, I thought.
Schalick with possession, and the black uniforms moving from left to right. Simpkins, free, rolls a 3 in and out, and Cruz has the rebound. Cruz with 12 points in the first quarter for Deptford. Jeff Green had 8. Green short with his 3-pointer, and Gauze, who had a dozen in the first quarter for Schalick, has the rebound. Gauze crossing over, tough shot, high arcing runner, gives him 14 in the game.
Can't teach a move like that. He just has great instincts, tremendous leaping ability, and that soft shooting touch.
Another steal by Simpkins, who's played well since coming in. Whistle behind the play, and a foul called on Deptford. Nikos Curry will get his second, team foul number 4 on the Spartans. Deptford with a 3-point lead, just about 1 minute into the second quarter. Gauze, Simpkins, Johnson, Mills, and John Jensen, number 11, who has just checked in between periods, out there for Schalick. Gauze off a screen, buries another 3. That's his third. Wow. And just like that, he has 17 points, and we're tied at 23.
Sean Collins doing a great job coaching Gauze in terms of getting him free. They run him on the baseline, he gets a screen, he pops out, and he's so quick with the release, virtually impossible to stop.
Here's Gauze with a steal at midcourt, going the other way for the left-hand finish. Back in front, go the Cougars, 25-23, our 5th lead change already. Jeff Green driving baseline, he finishes, and now into double figures with 10, 25 apiece. We're going to need a 30-second timeout at this pace.
Sure don't need a shot clock in this one.
Johnson, baseline runner, misses it, was wide open. Clement the rebound, 2-on-1 the other way. Green, Cruz for another dunk.
It's a highlight film today.
14 points for Ricky Cruz. 27-25, Deptford back in front.
Steve, you love to see your big men run the court. When they get the pass, they'll keep running as long as they make the effort.
Gauze misses the 3. Johnson had another close look, missed that. Clement gets the rebound, and he is fouled.
Well, you don't even have to talk about that. Open is Gauze. He just looks up, leaps, and jams with the left hand. And I'll tell you, another advantage is being a left-hander. You know, guys aren't used to playing that side as much, and that's an advantage when he pulls up for that sweet jump shot.
Listed at 6 feet tall. I don't think he quite gets there. Doesn't matter. Here's Cruz. Another great long pass for Cruz.
Cruz listed at 6'6", and he's all of that. Got to get in the weight room, though.
4-point lead for Deptford, 16 for Cruz. Gauze crossing over. 3-pointer by Hoyer, partially blocked by Lance Moore. Nice defense by Deptford. They look for Cruz again, and this time the pass too tall. 5:09 to play first half. 29-25 Deptford in front. It's Clement, Anya Green, Jeff Green, Cruz, and Moore out there for the Spartans, playing on their home floor in their home whites. Gauze into traffic, fires one up there off the glass, and he'll go to the line for the 3rd time in this one. Just has that knack for creating contact.
Well, that time he pulled up from about 12 feet, was double teamed, and able to pretty much split the defense and create a little contact. And there he sits at the foul line.
4 for 4 from the stripe today.
Talked about his football prowess in terms of All-State. How about basketball for Gauze? 2-time All-South Jersey, 3-time Group 1 All-State first team, 3-time All-Tri-County Classic Division. I mean, the honors and awards just keep coming his way.
20 points already. First miss from the foul line. Clement has the rebound. 29-26, Deptford in front. Moore misses the 17-footer. Weak side rebound from Matt Cates, who has checked in for Schalick. Sean Collins using his bench a lot. Good hustle by Hoyer trying to track down the Gauze miss, but he was out of bounds. Gauze does do a lot of talking out there.
He sure does.
And I think referee Joe McDyer just told him that's enough. Anya Green putting it on the floor, looking to distribute. Clement got a hand on it, now controls it. And a 3-second violation called against Deptford. Andrew Badger will return for Schalick, replacing Speedy Mills.
Steve, is that still a rule, 3 seconds?
It's in the book. Hardly ever called.
You don't see that one too often anymore.
It's more like an 8-second call before the whistle actually blows.
1,001, 1,002, 1,003. Get out of there. I'll think about it. Please leave. Maybe. All right, 3 seconds.
29-26, Deptford in front. Schalick with the ball. Another whistle by Joe McDyer away from the ball. This will go against the Spartans. Jeff Green will pick up his second. That is number 6 on the team. Green all over Gauze. Knocked it away momentarily, but here comes Gauze driving on Cruz. Finishes, and he gets the foul.
Wow, what a talent.
Just spectacular by Paul Gauze. Cruz will pick up his first, number 7 on the team, and Gauze will try and finish a 3-point play to tie the game.
Up in the air, hangs in the air, shields the ball, waits for contact, feels it, banks it in, and hits the 3 points. Unbelievable.
Only midway through the second quarter, we have had 4 ties and 6 lead changes. Here is a steal as Rosenfeld gets a hand in the pass, gets it back from Gauze. Gauze will step back, fire a high arcing 3. Offensive rebound for Hoyer. Hoyer's pass knocked off the glass by Green, and Cruz corrals it for Deptford. Just a frenetic first half pace here. 3-second violation against Deptford.
2-in-1 game.
3:34 to play in the first half. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. Great one thus far. Deptford 29, Schalick 29. Back with the finish to the second quarter right after this. Back at Deptford High School, 29-29 in the Tri-County League Championship with 3:34 to play in the first half. Take a look at the top 10 in South Jersey, and Bob, some shuffling in the last week, including Schalick, one of 3 teams to move into the top 10.
Man, you are not kidding. Those numbers in parentheses indicate where they were in the rankings last week. Camden Catholic moves up from 6 to 2. Shawnee stays at 3. But look at the NRs not rated. Burlington City, Schalick is in at number 7. Woodrow Wilson wasn't rated. Middle Township was 8 last week, jumps to 4. Cherry Hill East was 7. They go to 6. All kinds of movement within the South Jersey top 10.
And Schalick beat Atlantic City, dropping AC from 2nd to 8th, but Haddonfield remains number 1.
In Burlington City, Schalick's main opponent in Group 1. They've been able to sneak into the top 10, so still a lot of action to go tournament-wise the rest of the way.
Gauze will reset the offense. A long possession today. That has been very rare. Gauze misses off the glass. Cruz, the rebound. Jeff Green, 1-on-5. Wisely will slow it up. That might be the only time I say that today.
Well, that was, everything is relative. That was a 15-second possession.
Moore in and out. Clement got a hand on the rebound. Cruz comes up with it and scores again. Cruz now 8 for 10 from the field. And he is having a monster first half. Deptford back in front. Rosenfeld open for 3, in and out. Lance Moore the rebound. Approaching the 2.5-minute mark of the first half. A little too tall for Clement. A turnover on the Spartans.
That's been a tough pass a couple of times in the game for Deptford. That diagonal pass to the opposite corner. They've thrown it away 2 times.
Clement and Moore will check out. Calvin Corsi, number 0, returning to the lineup for Deptford. Gauze walks it across this time. Badger. Hoyer, who has been quiet thus far. Hoyer with just 2 points. Here's Gauze cutting. Great move without the basketball, and he finishes.
Good point, Steve. Gauze made a great cut. He saw his teammate in trouble, and delivering a pass was Hoyer.
2 minutes left in the first half, 31-31. Deptford, against this pressure, has committed 11 turnovers, getting it across this time. Schalick has scored 10 points off those mistakes. Curry for 3. Cruz, not the first time. Second time, he'll go to the line.
Boy, Schalick really has to put a body on Cruz and keep him away from the offensive glass. He's just been dominating inside the entire half, and nobody really blocking him out. He's really having his way inside.
Personal foul is on Cates, his first, team 4th. Cruz to the line where he missed a pair earlier. Gets this one to go. The 6'6" junior getting some interest from Division II schools and a lot of big-time junior colleges right now.
Well, he keeps playing like this. He's going to get more interest than maybe from some small D1s. Very athletic.
Gauze got a hand on the rebound. The ball goes out of bounds, initially given to Schalick. Now it's going to be corrected and go back over to Deptford.
Referee just stating, I pointed the wrong way. Those things happen.
1:43 to play in the half. They go down low to Clement. Clement misses the layup, and Gauze skying for the rebound. He truly is a complete player, but a lot more fun to watch at this end. Can't get the right-hand layup to go. Curry with the rebound to start the break the other way. Anye Green has it knocked away, stolen by Cates. Gauze again, forcing the issue. And this time he'll go to the line for a 1-and-1. It's the 8th team foul against Deptford.
Steve, last 2 times down, Gauze showing another part of the arsenal. The right hand, we've seen the left hand most of the game. Last 2 times down, came down middle, jumped right. Watch it right here. He'll penetrate, big jump step, and then goes up with the right hand that time. Contact well before.
And it's a big call because it's number 3 on Jeff Green. The leading scorer for Deptford on the season will have to check out with 1:21 to play in the half. Nate Boyd, a 6'3" freshman, number 42, will replace him. Gauze misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Anye Green with the rebound. 32-31, Deptford in front. And there's a turnover on Green. Number 13 on the Spartans. Gauze will back it out here with 1 minute to play in the first half. His team down by 1. Hoyer coming off a double screen, and it's an illegal screen. This will be called against Schalick. Team foul number 5.
So baseline screen.
Matt Rosenfeld, the personal, his first.
A little bit of annoyance in the face of Sean Collins.
Corsi gets out of the double team before it can develop. 40 seconds left in the half. Green fires a 3. It's off the mark. Good hustle, though, by Corsi to get the offensive rebound. 30 seconds left in the half. Inside, tough catch. Doesn't get the roll. Gets the offensive rebound. Rejected by Jamar Johnson. Gauze with a 3-on-2, and he is fouled in transition. He'll go back to the line for another 1-and-1. That's number 3 on Nikos Curry.
Explosive start, though, by Gauze right there. As soon as he got the basketball, just was blowing by people, and they had no choice other than to reach out and foul him.
Kevin Mitchell will return for Schalick, replacing Rosenfeld. Barry Vessels, number 4, a 5'10" sophomore, in for Deptford, replacing Curry. So Curry and Jeff Green, each with 3. Gauze ties the game at 32. Already with 25 points. And he gets 1 more.
Wow.
I don't think I scored 25 points in my whole career.
Yeah, that's a career.
He's done it in less than a half today. Final 8 seconds of the half. And there is a steal as Johnson with the finish at the other end. A 3-point lead for Schalick as we go to halftime. Defense creating the offense. And Jamar Johnson, who missed a couple of easy ones earlier, did not miss this one. He finishes the half with 4 points. After 16 minutes of play in the Tri-County League Championship game, it is Schalick 35, Deptford 32. Back with our halftime show right after this. Back at Deptford High School, Deptford, New Jersey, halftime of the Tri-County League Boys Championship game. The Schalick Cougars, a 3-point lead over the Deptford Spartans, 35-32 here at the break. Steve Degler along with Bob Lampinen. And Bob, what a pace in the first half. These two teams up and down the floor. A lot of turnovers and a lot of easy baskets.
Kind of game I wish I was playing in it, because you don't go out there and slow down and pass. I mean, you just run up and down the court. If the basket's open, you go to the hoop. But both teams played intense defense. You wouldn't know it by the score and all, but they really were playing some pretty tough defense. But some outstanding offensive play, a little bit helter-skelter sometimes, but that's the style both teams like to play.
And I'm guessing we won't see a whole lot of changes with that in the second half.
I don't think so, no. I don't think you're going to see any slowdown here.
Wild first half. We talked about Paul Gauze in the open, averaging 33 points a game. He is the top scorer here at halftime. He certainly has not disappointed. When you look at what he did in the first half, it was pretty much everything we expected. Hitting in transition, here the deep three-pointer, creating offense, playing great defense, finishing with 27 points, and on the other end, Ricky Cruz.
Well, Ricky Cruz right there, he had a couple of jams. He did a great job inside. You can see he's a little skinny guy, needs to get in the weight room, as we said, but Cruz did a great job with 19.
19 points. Jeff Green has 10, but also 3 personal fouls. It's been Gauze and the rest for Schalick, as he has 27 of their 35 points here at halftime. This is the boys' championship, but it's game 2 of a doubleheader here in the Tri-County League today. The girls played the first game, and their championship was decided earlier this afternoon, and it was really all Glassboro in that one. A tough start for Gloucester Catholic.
Well, Glassboro played some great defense, very athletic, not afraid to push the ball up and down the court at all, and did a great job to come away with a championship. And they did it with solid defense that transferred into good offense.
Got an early lead, did not let go, and 44-31 the final as Glassboro beating Gloucester Catholic for the girls' Tri-County League championship earlier this afternoon. We are midway through the boys' title game, and Schalick with a 3-point lead, 35-32 over Deptford. We'll back with our first half stats and the start of the third quarter right after this. First half stats, Schalick leading this championship game 35-32 over Deptford. Great shooting for the Spartans at 52%, but they didn't shoot enough with all the turnovers, Bob.
Well, that's exactly right. They shot the basketball well, a lot of stuff inside, but 15 turnovers really hurt you. And 3-point, they're even, 3 each, so really not much of a difference there. The rest of the way, it's fairly even, except for that free throw difference. 8 out of 10 for Schalick, only 1 free throw, only 4 trips to the line for Deptford. And that's to be expected. A guy like Gauze, he's going to penetrate and go to the line all night.
He took all 10 of those free throws in the first half, and you saw the points off turnovers. Not only 12 for Schalick, but some easy ones going the other way in transition.
And that's really important. If you work so hard to force the turnover, you really do have to convert, and they did a good job of that in the first half.
Deptford in the white uniforms, moving from left to right, has the first possession of the second half and promptly commits turnover number 16. Schalick will get it right back with Rosenfeld, Gauze, Mills, Johnson, and Hoyer out there for the Cougars, who are in their black uniforms, moving from right to left. Gauze finding Hoyer. Hoyer with a 3 that was open, but he missed it. Cruz got a hand on the rebound, knocked out of bounds. Deptford will get it back. Moore, Cruz, Jeff Green, Anye Green, and Jeff Clement on the floor for the Spartans. Jeff Green playing with 3 personal fouls. Mills got a hand on the pass. Free basketball. Clement strong, getting that loose ball. We have seen him do that a couple times today. Green driving, gets his own miss. Off the mark again. Clement still battling, keeping it alive for Deptford. And then a turnover as Rosenfeld steps in. Johnson, who finished the first half with a flurry, nearly threw it away. Great hands by Gauze. Wide open for 3. Rosenfeld with his first points. Matt Rosenfeld averaging 4 points a game. He gets 3 right there.
Well, they did a good job that time shutting down Gauze, and Roosevelt wide open, and that'll certainly create problems if they start hitting threes.
38-32, Schalick in front, matching his biggest lead. Jeff Green misses the 3. Cruz, an offensive rebound, puts it back up, and a foul before the shot. This will be out of bounds for Deptford. The personal foul against Rosenfeld, that is his second and the team's first.
Well, again, Ricky Cruz with such solid work on the offensive boards. Schalick really not working hard to try to put a body on him to keep him away. Really need to step in and back him up a step or 2 away from the backboard.
Moore with a 2. Hits both sides of the rim before spilling out, and Hoyer has the rebound. Gauze in transition, pulls up, back irons the 3. Rebounded by Lance Moore. Gauze, though, reaching in to steal it. Great defensive play. And the shooting for both sides very cold here to start the second half. Jeff Green on Mills. Layup will not go in, but he will head to the line for two. Had a chance to finish there, but will not get a three-point opportunity. This will be the second team foul on Schalick, and it's number 2 on Rosenfeld.
Well, here it is. Right there, a little push in the back. And the board.
And now they changed it to Hoyer.
Changed it, right. It was Hoyer all the way. Hoyer looked at the official. He didn't even realize he had his hand in his back, but the replay was a great shot there. You could see it right in the small of the back. A little bit of a bump.
First on Hoyer, 2 for 2 for Green, who only shoots 57% from the line. He now has a dozen. 4-point lead for Schalick, 38-34, 2 minutes into the third quarter. Flex offense here, run by Schalick, and a turnover as Mills a little too long for Hoyer in the corner.
Pass off the mark. Hoyer kind of looked away. Both teams predominantly man-to-man. And Schalick will come out with some three-quarter court pressure right here.
Moore able to beat that pressure. Mitchell is checked back in for Schalick. Lance Moore missing the 15-footer. Gauze the other way, 3-on-2. Mills with a nice pass for Johnson, who could not handle it, and last touched by the Cougars.
Good idea by Mills. He would have been better off a little sweet bounce pass there. Bill Hoskins up off the bench.
Hoskins, 11 wins shy of 200 for his career. Cruz, who had a huge first half with a great feed from the high post by Clement. That's 21 points for Ricky Cruz. Back to a 2-point lead for Schalick, 38-36.
This is a blowout without Cruz tonight. He has just been something special inside.
Mills finds Gauze. Gauze will reset the offense. The pace has slowed a bit here in the third quarter. Look at Gauze with the handle and a reach-in foul. Called on Lance Moore. He becomes the third Deptford player with 3 personals each. Team foul number 1 on the Spartans.
Man, I'll tell you, he is so quick, very, very tough to defend. Tough to referee also is Gauze, because you like to let a little bit of that incidental contact go to see where Gauze is going to go, but eventually it'll wear you down. Official's doing a good job so far on it.
Trying to post here, and he backed in too far. Moore let him fall down, backed away from the contact, and gets the steal. Jeff Green rattles home his third 3 of the game. He has 15 points, and Deptford is back in front, 39-38.
Green, a key guy for Deptford. 3 personal fouls. He's got to be careful.
7 straight for the Spartans. Tough shot by Gauze. Clement has the rebound. Green firing a pass down low, deflected by Mills. It'll still belong to Deptford with 4:31 to play in the third quarter.
No doubt about it. Pass from midcourt, clearly deflected out.
Nice work by the officiating crew to get that call right. Jeff Green will trigger the inbound. Down low, Clement sneaks in for the easy layup, his first 2 points.
Jeff Green made the play with a little look away. Everybody relaxed underneath.
3-point advantage for Deptford. Mills missing a 3. Cruz yet another rebound. He averages 11 a game. He has 5 in this one. Anye Green misfires on the 3. That's rebound number 6. Number 7 for Cruz, and a foul as he finishes this one. 23 points and 7 rebounds for the 6'6 junior. And this is the biggest lead for the Spartans right now at 5.
Cruz inside. Once again, great position. Stays with the miss. Draws the foul.
Finishes the 3-point play, 44-38. The Spartans in front.
Comes into the game at just over 13 a game.
Gauze sets up Johnson nicely for the layup. 6 points for Jamar Johnson. Schalick down 4. 3:48 to play third quarter. Green puts it on the floor this time, and he'll head to the line for 2.
Jeff Green being a little more aggressive offensively here in the second half. 15 points so far, averages 13.1. We mentioned a good athlete is Jeff Green, heading on to the University of Toledo on a football scholarship and most likely will be a defensive back.
Kevin Mitchell checks out for Schalick after getting his second personal. Bill Hoskins said there's a chance that Toledo might let him play both football and basketball after a year.
That is really tough in college. And then remember, there's a thing they call, I think it's class, you're supposed to go to once in a while. That's where it makes it tough to try to really take advantage of the academic opportunities.
Cruz altering the first shot, blocking the second one, but Gauze relentless, and as he tried to track it down, his foot was on the sideline.
Well, Cruz released, came over to help out and made the big block.
Calvin Corsi will return for Deptford.
There it is. Came over, helped out, came up with second block of the game.
And his 94th of the season, and Gauze did not reestablish position when he touched that basketball. Green looking for another three. This one was altered. Great hustle by Moore for the offensive rebound, but he steps on the baseline.
Great hustle by Moore, but that time Jensen did a great job on a block out. He got a body on Cruz underneath, and Cruz could not get to the basketball.
Nikos Curry returns for Deptford, replacing Lance Moore. Into the game for Schalick is Jeremy Simpkins, number 25. Andrew Badger in there as well, along with John Jensen, number 11. Amazingly, Gauze has not scored here in the third quarter. Trying to work on Curry. Steps up for the three. Does not get the roll. Cruz with the rebound, number 8, and a foul on John Jensen, his second, number 4 on the team.
Well, Jensen got wrapped up on a rebound, hooked him on the arm. You can see the little smile on the face there. He didn't agree with the call.
Make it rebound number 9 for Cruz. One shy of a double-double.
But Jensen out there specifically to get a body and keep Cruz away from the backboard.
Badger nearly stole it away from Corsi. Green driving, contact, he'll head back to the line. Jeff Green will make his third trip to the stripe here in the third quarter.
That's a good thing there's a three-person crew on this one refereeing, because there's a lot of stuff going on as aggressive as these players are.
Paul Gauze gets the personal, that's his second. Green hitting the first. He is now 4 for 5 from the line. 16 fouls already on Schalick, and we still have 2:41 to play in the third quarter.
Man, that's a big stat right there. That means that Deptford will be shooting 1-1 the rest of the way.
Cruz got a hand on that rebound, but could not control it. Pass tipped out of bounds. Schalick will keep it, down by 6. And a timeout called by Schalick's Sean Collins here. He'll call a full timeout with 2:35 to play in the third quarter. His team down by 6, 46-40 the score. Well, Paul Gauze, 27 points today, none here in the third quarter. Let's take a look at what he has done on the gridiron and the hardwood in his career.
Look at the football, 39 touchdowns, 236 points, 12 interceptions that turned into touchdowns, and of course led his team to an undefeated season, Group 1 state title. They've won that twice in a row. Then on the hard court, 29, 21 and counting in career points, averaging over 30. Leads the team with 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. I mean, what can you say? It just goes on and on and on, and he's moving in on that 3,000 point mark, and if he ever gets there, that'll be something special. And no question that Paul Gauze is on the way. He'd like to end up getting close to a guy by the name of DeJuan Wagner from Camden, who leads South Jersey, 3,462 points. I don't think Gauze is going to get there, but he just may get to 3,000 the way he's going.
What a sensational career. He will get his first breather of the day right now, and he has given a verbal commitment to James Madison University in Harrisonburg, Virginia, to play basketball. Many people think he could play in the NFL if he chooses football. He is that good on the gridiron. He can pretty much pick what he wants to do right now because everybody wants him. Jamar Johnson, this is the offensive rebound, gets it back a second time, and this time he will head to the line.
Well, that time, offensive rebounding by Schalick. Johnson just staying right with it, and you can't teach heart, you can't teach perseverance, and he just stayed with it up and down like on the pogo stick and came up finally with the foul.
He picks up number 4, Nikos Curry. Johnson to the line for 2. He's 49% on the season, but drills the first one. He now has 7 points. Lance Moore will replace Curry in the lineup. Nikos to the bench with those 4 personals. 2:24 to play third quarter. Johnson trying to cut it to 4. And he gets the roll. Full court pressure by the Cougars. And we have a foul called on Schalick. The Cougars, or timeout called, pardon me. Timeout called by the Spartans with 2:20 left in the quarter. It's a 30-second timeout.
Well, crowd screaming for the traveling violation, but the timeout was called well before.
State playoffs just about to begin in Group 3 in New Jersey. Ocean City and Deptford getting the byes. Timber Creek, Woodrow Wilson will meet Williamstown and Highland. The number 1 seed is Camden in Group 3, and the number 4 seed is Pemberton Township. They're on the other side of the bracket. And in Group 1, Schalick getting a first-round bye as well.
Well, why not the way they've been playing, but this is really going to be interesting. Wildwood gets the bye. Paulsboro and Pittman's a nice matchup. Gloucester City and Cape May Tech. And number 1 seed is Burlington City on the other side of the bracket, not shown there. The number 4 seed is Clayton, so all kinds of stuff. And you'll see a lot of that in the state tournament.
Ricky Cruz, another dunk and a foul. He is now 12 for 14 from the floor, 26 points with a chance for 27.
Here it comes, great feed, and Cruz wide open again, and that is dunk number 3, I believe, in this one.
3 or 4, I'm losing count.
Yeah, you may be right at 4.
Personal foul on Jensen, he is 3rd, team 7th, and now Paul Gauze and his 27 points, matched by Ricky Cruz and his 27. Simpkins, long 3. Johnson, offensive rebound and a putback. Jamar Johnson with 6 of his 10 points here in the third quarter. 49-44, Deptford in front. Turning up that full court pressure here, trying to get a turnover. Cruz to the floor, Simpkins wins the battle though. Great hustle at both ends. Hoyer, fouled by Anye Green, reaching in at midcourt for Green. That is his first, number 3 on the team.
Well, the pace too quick for both teams at this point. Bill Hoskins unhappy with that one. He felt that with all that contact, and then all of a sudden the foul call right on the sideline wasn't necessary. But I think both teams a little bit out of control. They're trying to push it, but when you're pressed, you want to be aggressive, go about 3/4 speed rather than 100%.
Gauze, who has not scored here in the third quarter, is back in. Being guarded by Moore. Trying to break him down. Moore does not let him by and forces a tough shot. Gauze again looking for a foul call. Moore with a 3 rejected. Great hustle by Jensen, and then Moore stepped out of bounds. How about the play by 6'2" junior John Jensen?
Unbelievable. A couple of great plays. Jensen came flying across to make the block. Watch it. Flies across. Somehow manages to keep it in without going out of bounds. Slaps it back. And then when the ball was loose, avoided contact out of bounds.
As great as the block was, keeping it in bounds is probably a better play. And then he didn't get hit there.
Right. And then staying away from it. Unbelievable.
1:10 to play here in the third quarter. Gauze takes it to the hoop this time. Cruz altered the shot. Gets his 10th rebound for a double-double. And then fouled from behind. And we'll have free throws at the other end. For Jensen, that is his 4th. And Cruz will shoot a 1-and-1 at the other end with 1:04 left in the third.
Well, Cruz has really played tremendously well today, and Gauze struggling in the second half. That last time down, you saw Gauze put it on the floor to penetrate, and when the jumper's not there, I think we'll see him going to the basket more.
Cruz now with game-high honors, 28 points.
Average is just over 13 coming into the game.
He'll check out here if he can make the second. Which he does. 5 for 8 from the line. Back to a 7-point game. Jeff Clement will replace him in the lineup. I think Cruz has earned this little break here with 1:04 left in the third quarter.
Well, that's just what Coach Hoskins is doing. He looks up, he sees a minute to play. They have the lead. He wants to give Cruz a nice little rest, have him fresh for that fourth quarter.
Jensen playing with the 4 personal fouls. Moore doing a great job of denying Gauze the ball. Gauze gets it here. Pounded every step of the way. Still working hard though. No, with the right hand, but he's fouled on the rebound. And they maybe are frustrating Gauze a little bit right now. Sean Collins is asking for a foul. Clement will get the personal here. That's his first, number 4 on the team.
Well, Gauze, as we mentioned, frustrated with the jump shot, really trying to force his way in. Missed the shot, came down with the offensive rebound and got hooked on the arm as he came down.
He was not in the act of shooting. It's only the 4th team foul on Deptford. Gauze off a screen. Quick cut, and he rolls a 3 home to give him 30.
Quick release right there, and that may get him on track here in the second half.
51-47 Deptford. 30 seconds left, third quarter. Moore puts it on the floor. Down low, Clement couldn't handle the pass. Gauze with the steal the other way, 20 seconds to play. Gauze driving, offensive foul. He'll be whistled for his 3rd personal. Bill Ingram on the baseline with the call.
Yep. So Gauze with 3 fouls. 2 of them have been offensive fouls. And that's the danger when he takes it to the basket.
Another steal. Gauze fires a 3. And this one bounces over the backboard, out of bounds to Deptford with 11 seconds left in the quarter. And Hoyer's going to return. Replacing Gauze. Solid move here by Sean Collins. Don't let him get number 4 here with 11 seconds left in the quarter.
That's right.
Comes into Corsi. Anye Green looking to push with 7 seconds left in the quarter. In for Clement, too hot for him, out of bounds with 3.4 to play. 21 turnovers for Deptford, and somehow the Spartans lead this game by 4. And now Gauze on offense will get right back in.
Sean Collins right on top of it. Get Gauze back in, 3.4 seconds.
Bill Hoskins wants some pressure here, and he gets some from Green. Gauze trying to speed the other way. It would not have counted. Did not release in time after 3 quarters in the Tri-County League Championship game. Deptford 51, Schalick 47. Back with the 4th quarter right after this. Steve Degler and Bob Lampinen back at Deptford High School. 8 more minutes of regulation here in the Tri-County League Championship game. 4-point lead for Deptford, 51-47 after the Spartans were down by 3 at halftime.
Just unbelievable pace. The entire game has continued all the way through.
Hey, high school fans, want some more great playoff action? Then check out CN8 Varsity Sports Zone next Saturday at 7 when we bring you the Philadelphia Catholic League Boys Championship live. The St. Joe's Prep Hawks have won back-to-back titles. Will they grab another one, or is it time for someone else to claim the fame? Find out Saturday night live at 7 p.m. right here on CN8. Earlier that day at 3 o'clock, we will also have a New Jersey State playoff game for you next Saturday. 2 in the CN8 Varsity Sports Zone, 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Looking forward to that big weekend of high school hoops.
This is just such a great time of the year. Once these tournaments begin, it is so intense, and these 2 teams have been intense ever since they threw the basketball up. Hard defense and tremendous offense by both clubs.
Schalick in the black uniforms with the ball, down by 4. Gauze with 30 points, short on that running hook shot, and Cruz with rebound number 11. Deptford in possession. Jeff Green, who had a nice third quarter, misses the finger roll. Cruz has just owned this game for Deptford, but he can't finish there. Cruz now with 29 points and 12 rebounds. Gauze with 30, looking for 3 more. Back irons the 3. Nearly got number 4. In the foul category, it ends up feeding Johnson and can't get it to go, but stays with it. 12 points for Jamar Johnson.
Jamar Johnson has played big here in the second half.
With Gauze very fortunate, he did not get foul number 4 in that reach in. Quick shot by Moore, but he gets his own miss. Down low for Cruz, another jam and a foul. He has been absolutely sensational. 13 of 16 from the field.
Ricky Cruz, pretty tough to miss from there when you can jump like that. Tremendous work inside by Cruz.
Did not finish the three-point play. Gauze with the rebound. Badger got the foul, his second, team 10th. And here's a reach in on Moore for Lance Moore. That is his fourth. So the two guys with the responsibility of checking Gauze, Moore and Curry, each with 4 personals.
Not surprising at all. And Gauze, it's virtually impossible. Once he makes the quick move, it's virtually impossible not to stick your arm out and get a piece of him as he goes by.
Hoyer has been very quiet, gets the ball in there. He has just 2 points. Jeff Hoyer averaging 13 and a half a game. He's a 1,000-point scorer. Gauze fires another three and hits this one. 33 points for the senior.
Well, that time Gauze a little bit more under control, had time to get his feet underneath him at the top and nailed it.
Johnson gets a hand in the inbound pass, and last touch by Calvin Corsi. A turnover on Deptford. Number 22, and a chance for Schalick to go back in front.
So Schalick has battled back off of good full court pressure. Here's Gauze. He's got a little bit of space here. One of the few times that's happened in the second half. Really not off the hard dribble penetration. Nice release there for 3.
Clearly from that shot, NBA range, and that three-pointer from the top.
Yep.
It's 23-9 at that spot in the NBA, and he was well beyond that. Just under 20 feet in high school and college. Badger driving, fading, and missing a tough one. Clement with the rebound. So Deptford stays in front, 53-52. Last time these two teams met 2 years ago for this league championship. And Schalick a 12-point win. Corner three by Curry off the mark. Here's Gauze. Stop and go move. Right hand finish for the lead.
What a move right there. Up in the air. Hung right there. Glided to the basket. Laid it in with the right hand.
First time Schalick has been up since it was 38-36 early in the third quarter. 35 points for Paul Gauze. Still a long way to go there. Here, over 5 minutes left. And a 3-second violation called on Cruz. That's the third whistled against Deptford in the game.
Well, you have to make adjustments. Here's the replay. Watch this. He hangs. Now on the way down at the last second. Kiss it off the glass with the right hand. So soft and sweet.
Amazing to see how far he traveled in the air to finish that one. He misses a three here, and the rebound out of bounds to Deptford.
And Steve mentioned that 3-second violation. That's the third one in the game against Deptford. The big guys have to make adjustments. They've just got to step in and get out. If they know that the officials are looking for it, you adjust to that quickly.
Jeff Green, 3-on-1 developing with Cruz. Makes the catch and finishes. Good job not to go up there for the shot. And Cruz now with 33. Deptford back in front by 1. 10th lead change. Green all over Hoyer. Green with 3 personal fouls. Johnson with a nice move around Cruz for the layup. 14 points for junior Jamar Johnson. He averages 8 a game.
Jamar Johnson has been key here in the second half. Most of them inside. That time he put it on the floor.
Cruz backing in on Rosenfeld. Hits again
with the left hand.
35 for Cruz. Our 12th lead change of the game. Gauze, not this time. Stays with it though, but has it knocked away. Controlled by Anye Green. And we have Nikos Curry getting up slowly. The officials will check on him to make sure he's okay. Looks like Curry took a shot above the right eye.
And that'll give Schalick a chance to set up their full court pressure off the out of bounds.
4:31 left. 1 point lead for Deptford. Jeff Green weaving his way into the front court. Jeff Green, Anye Green, Nikos Curry, Jeff Clement, Ricky Cruz out there for Deptford. Looking in that high-low set for Cruz down low, and it's stolen by Schalick. Good post defense. Hoyer faked the three and drives and converts his second field goal. Schalick back in front, 58-57.
Well, Hoyer's the guy who can really take some of the pressure off of Gauze late in this one. He has 4 points, comes in with a career over 1,000 points, so he's a guy who really needs to step up offensively, and that may get him on track. Nice release on the jumper.
Rosenfeld will check out. Gauze, Johnson, Badger, Jensen, and Hoyer out there for Schalick. Ahead of the pack was Jeff Green, but the pass a little too long. And turnover number 25 on Deptford. And quickly, Speedy Mills will return for Schalick, replacing Jamar Johnson. Johnson's had a big second half with 10 of his 14.
Huge job by Johnson in the second half.
Under 4 minutes to play, fourth quarter, off a high screen. Gauze for three, no good. There's the man who set the screen, though. Jensen rolling down the lane, and he'll head to the line. John Jensen set that high screen. Got a timeout on the floor called by Deptford. 3:51 to play, fourth quarter. 58-57, Schalick in front. Back at Deptford High School, 3:51 left in the Tri-County League Championship game. Schalick will be getting free throws here. 1 point lead for the Cougars. Take a look at the final standings in the Tri-County League this season. The division winners meeting. Schalick rolling through the Classic Division to win that title.
16-2, 21-3 overall. And that's a pretty impressive list of opponents right there. The Classic Division. In the Royal Division, Deptford at 14-1, 20-3 overall. A very competitive conference, and you have to like this. The two division players, no big tournaments and all. We take your winner, my winner, throw it up once, and we'll decide.
And Deptford's in this championship game for the third straight year, beating Wildwood last year for the title, losing to the Schalick team 2 years ago. John Jensen, who has not scored today, goes to the line where he is 37% on the season.
Schalick last year tied in their division, but Wildwood got to the championship game based on their tiebreaker within the conference.
1 out of 2 for Jensen. 2-point lead now for Schalick, 59-57. That foul that sent Jensen to the line, by the way, was on Jeff Green, his fourth of the game.
Well, Green's still out there, but he needs to be careful. He's an important part of this club.
Green with the ball now, passes out of the double team. Gauze lurking, nearly got into the passing lane. Down low, Clement off a nice feed by Anye Green, misses. Curry can't finish, and the call will go the other way against Deptford. And Cruz will pick up the personal. That is his second. Team foul number 7 will go to the other end and shoot a 1-and-1 with 3:26 to play.
I think they may have signaled the foul on Green, and if that's the case, well, let's see. They're talking about it.
Carol Van Loof, the referee, called over to the scorer's table. I saw her put a 2 and a 0 up there.
Oh, okay.
And it is Cruz, his second, team 7. It's a 1-and-1 for Jensen. He makes his second straight. The lead is 3. Jensen has made a couple of key plays here in this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the line for a 37% shooter. Quickly the other way. Driving layup, no good by Curry. There's Cruz with rebound number 13. Way too early for Deptford to panic here. Down 4 with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to play. Clement, nice feed by Jeff Green.
And you said it, Jeff Green with just an outstanding pass inside. I don't know how he got it through.
61-59, Schalick in front with 180 seconds left in regulation. It has been a shootout between Gauze and his 35 points. For Schalick, there's Badger for 3, and the ball hits the support above the basket, out of bounds to Deptford, which is led by Ricky Cruz and his 35 points. Curry checks out, Lance Moore back in. Jamar Johnson will return for Schalick, replacing Andrew Badger.
Deptford with 3 turnovers here in the fourth quarter, 2 for Schalick.
Schalick with a 2-point lead despite shooting just 6 of 25 from beyond the arc. The other side, Deptford is within 2 despite more than 24 turnovers. Cruz with another rebound, and it will count to tie the game. He has been spectacular here this afternoon.
Spectacular, unbelievable, fantastic, dominating inside. 37 points by my count.
And that is number 5 on John Jensen. He will foul out with 3 points. Andrew Badger replaces him in the lineup. Cruz 5 for 8 from the line. He's made 4, now 5 in a row. 38 points, and Deptford is back in front. 62-61 with 2.5 minutes left. Lead change number 14 in this one.
Just going to be a case if one team is going to run out of time.
Speedy Mills, hounded by Anye Green. Hoyer looking for Gauze. Offensive foul on Johnson, setting a moving screen on the baseline. That is his first, a turnover against Schalick.
Johnson on the baseline, reaching out to grab the Deptford player, and that was the call off the ball.
2:14 left. Deptford will have 2 shots here.
Both teams setting a lot of screens on the baseline. A lot of things as they come across the paint.
Sean Collins' team down by a point with 2:14 left. Moore to the line, 67% short in the first one. Moore with 3 points today, 7 under his average. And he makes it a 2-point lead for the Spartans. Gauze trying to break down Moore. Gets to the tin, can't finish. Cruz tied up on the rebound. Possession belongs to Deptford. Clement has the pass tipped, but controlled by Moore, who is called for the travel.
Well, that's a tough rule, as you well know. Steve, anytime you fall down, it's a walk.
Comes into Mills, open for 3, well short. Gauze got a hand on the rebound, controlled by Green. Anye Green in possession, down low for Cruz, and a travel call on Anye Green. And Bill Hoskins not at all happy on the Deptford sideline.
He can't believe it. He just jumped up, grabbed the back of his head, and glares at the referee. Here it is, take a look. I don't know, looked pretty good from here.
Shot did not go anyway, but a traveling call on Anye Green. 1:49 left. Schalick calling a 30-second timeout here, down by 2.
That was a question of did that second foot hit the ground before the ball was released or not.
Top 25 in USA Today this week. Seeing 8 teams in italics at the bottom. Seton Hall Prep, Newman Goretti, and St. Anthony from Jersey City among the top 25 this week.
Newman Goretti, of course, hoping to get to the Catholic League final, but you never know.
Christ the King, DeMatha, St. Mary's, some of the usual teams in the top 25. Don't forget the Philly Catholic League Boys Championship game live on CN8 next Saturday at 7 o'clock from Tom Gola Arena at LaSalle University. St. Joe's Prep 2-time defending champ.
Yep. Timeout's not a problem yet for either team.
Gauze around 1 and in for 2 more. 37 points for Gauze. We are tied at 63. Here's Cruz ahead of the pack again. Cruz, unbelievable, with 40 points here this afternoon.
40 points, 5 dunks, running the court so well.
Hoyer thought about a 3. 1:15 left. Schalick with the ball, down by 2. Sets the screen. Gauze for the lead. Too short. Clement with a big rebound for Deptford. Guess who? Cruz ahead of the pack again for the layup. He is 42.
Cruz just beating everyone down the court, wide open with a great feed.
4-point lead. Gauze in heavy traffic, in and out. Cruz, another rebound, number 16. "40 seconds left. Schalick needs to foul here, and Gauze will get Anye Green. For Gauze, that is his fourth, and Green, who has not scored today, will go to the line for a pair. He is 66% on the season. 13 of Cruz' 42 points coming here in the fourth quarter.
And I am just so impressed with the play of Cruz. And the way that he can run the court. Last basket, he beat everyone down, got behind the defense, and he has just broken the heart of Schalick.
Anye Green hitting the first one. It's a 5-point lead for Deptford with 36.6 seconds left. And now a 6-point game. 2 big free throws by the junior.
That's what you pay your guards to do, hit the free throws at the end of the game.
2-possession game. Gauze will drive this one in, and he'll absorb some heavy contact and go to the line for 2 with 30.7 seconds left as Cruz picks up his third, team foul number 8. Gauze 8 of 10 from the line today, 37 points.
Well, as we've said, he's gone over 40 in 3 of his last 5 games. So he's right close to that mark, and he still has 30 seconds.
So he now has 38, close to 29.60 for his career. Makes it a 5-point game with just under 31 seconds to play. And he now has 39. 69-65. Clement gets it into Anye Green.
Gotta foul him.
You don't want Gauze to do it because he has 4. Andrew Badger with the whistle at midcourt. That is his third. Now Lance Moore will go to the line for 2. He is 1 for 2 from the stripe today. 26.8 seconds left. And the free throw shooting down the stretch has been good so far for Bill Hoskins.
And Steve, you can't overemphasize that point. So many times the clock has stopped and guys don't convert the free throws. Your guards, particularly, who have the basketball most of the time at the end of the game, they have to be able to convert, and they've hit 4 in a row from the line.
2 out of 2, 71-65 the lead for Deptford. Nikos Curry has returned for Deptford. Here comes Goss. Will pass it off this time. Wide open 3 for Hoyer. Lamar Johnson got a hand on the rebound, could not control it. And the ruling is that Nikos Curry was out of bounds when he touched the ball. Schalick will get it with 16 seconds left. Down by 6. And now they've changed the call. They're going to point the other way and say it's Deptford basketball. Jeff Green has Cruz ahead of the pack, and Ricky will just pull it out. 10 seconds left. And a foul on Mills. So Deptford with a 6-point lead, 8 seconds left, appears to be in great position here to win the Tri-County League Championship. As Jeff Green with 17 points will go to the line for 2.
And you mentioned 17 points for Jeff Green. He's played virtually the entire fourth quarter with 4 personal fouls and done a great job defensively. He's been an important part of this game. He's been kind of quiet in the first quarter or so, but he's come alive, 18 points, and it looks like his team's going to come away with a championship.
Gauze misses the 3. Johnson with the putback. That will count, giving him 16, but not enough. What a great high school basketball game here this afternoon. Spirited play up and down the floor from the opening tip. But in the end, it is the Spartans of Deptford High School winning the 2005 Tri-County League Championship as they defeat Schalick by a score of 72-67. Deptford improves to 21-3 on the season, and Schalick now 21-4. As good as Paul Gauze was today for Schalick, Ricky Cruz just absolutely spectacular. for Deptford today with 42 points, 16 rebounds, and 2 blocks.
And you are not kidding there at all, Stephen. Cruz did it in a little different form than Gauze. Gauze did most of his work from outside and worked hard on drives to the hoop. Cruz just hung around the basket. Great offensive rebounding, countless jams. He was dominating.
So Deptford with the victory by 5, 72-67. Stick around, our post-game show is up next. Steve Degler back at Deptford High School, where the Spartans have won their second straight Tri-County Championship, beating Schalick today by a score of 72-67. Now standing by with winning head coach Bill Hoskins. Here's Bob Lampinen. Bob?
All right, thanks a lot, Steve. Coach, 21 wins on the season. That's a school record. 2 championships in a row. Congratulations. Great performance today.
Thank you very much. But all the credit goes to the kids. You know, they set goals at the beginning of the season, and winning the conference again was one. Going undefeated in the conference was a goal, and we came short of that. But they've worked hard every day, and they deserve everything they have.
Well, obviously, trying to defend a great player like Gauze is something special. What did you tell the guys before the game, and what was the philosophy? You changed up a couple of times, but I thought for the most part, you know, he's going to get his points, but you made him work for them.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're trying to do. Make him work, and hopefully he get a little tired, come up short with his jump shots, and we just really tried to contain him, keep it in front of us. And that's hard. I mean, as much as we tried to even help from the wings, he got to the basket quite a bit.
How about the job by the big fella, Ricky Cruz?
Yeah, well, that's the way we hope Ricky plays all the time. You know, those numbers were unbelievable. I'm not sure exactly what they ended up, but he came to play today.
We have a bye in the first round of the state tournament, a couple of days off, so I guess you give the guys one day to relax and enjoy this one, and then right back to practice and work.
Yeah, practice on Monday. Probably an easy practice, fundamentals, and then see the game Tuesday night and get ready on Wednesday for who we're going to play.
Think you guys are ready to make some noise in the tournament?
I think we are, and if we play like we did today, I think we can do some things.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Bill Hoskins, our winning coach, and standing by right now is Steve Degler with our player of the game.
All right, Bob, thank you very much. It is Ricky Cruz, 19 of 21 from the floor today, 42 points. He finishes with 16 rebounds and 2 block shots, leading Deptford to championship number 2 in a row in the Tri-County. Ricky, congratulations on a great game today.
Thank you.
Now, Coach talked about what you guys had to do to stop Paul Gauze today. Defensively, you gave up 39 points, but you come out with the win. You have to be happy with the way you guys shut him down in the second half.
Yeah, we just tried to go out and play good defense. Or you could try to go out there and play D. And if he does what he does, then, you know, we just give it our best.
How were you able to get free so many times to score 42 points today, especially in transition?
Well, the 1-3-1, you know, that wasn't a real good combination of defense they used for our offense. And we have good players that can penetrate and dish the ball out to me. And I'm pretty much open. It's not nothing spectacular. It's just that I'm open and I finish.
Jeff Green finishes with 17 points for you guys today. How big was his performance in the win?
Oh, he was real big. He's our senior. He's our leader. He's the leader of our team, and we just depend on him to be crunch when it's crunch time. And he just did a real good job today, like keeping his focus and giving his other players confidence.
Now you have the state tournament coming up in about a week or so. You get some time off, as Bob and Coach talked about. What do you guys have to do to make a run for the state title?
We just gotta keep practicing hard. We gotta believe. We gotta have heart. We just gotta believe we can do it.
Just an outstanding performance today, 42 points, 16 rebounds. Congratulations on the win. Best of luck in the state tournament.
All right, thank you.
Ricky Cruz, our player of the game here today with 42 and 16. Let's take a look at the final numbers from this 72-67 victory. And field goal percentage still around 50% for Deptford today, even with 26 turnovers. They pull out the win.
Well, Deptford did a great job with that, and part of the reason that shooting percentage was so high because Cruz was inside dunking away. But a great performance. You can see 3 points, 6 out of 29 for Schalick, and that's a key stat also right there.
This was just a tremendous basketball game, and even with all the turnovers, it was just an exciting game to watch. These two teams really went after it the whole day.
No doubt about it. We said at the beginning they were going to run up and down, they were going to play man-to-man defense. They battled the whole way. This was a great high school basketball game.
Amazing. A guy scores 39 points and is not the star of the game, but that's exactly what happened with Paul Gauze today.
Well, one thing about Gauze, he got 39, but he worked for every single point, so you have to give the Deptford defense credit for that.
So Deptford wins its second straight title, improving to 21-3 on the season. Schalick falls to 21-4, both now getting ready for state tournament play here in New Jersey. That'll do it from Deptford High School. The final score once again, it was Deptford 72, Schalick 67. For my partner Bob Lampinen, this is Steve Degler saying so long from Deptford High School. We'd like to say a big thank you to Irv McFarland, the AD here at Deptford, and his entire staff for his hospitality today. And congratulations to the Spartans as they win it 72-67 as Gauze and Cruz combined for 81 of the 139 points scored today. The Spartans come out on top by 5. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week in the CN8 Varsity Sports Zone.